Hello, good morning. Today I have a proper job to do. Well, that was a rather unusual accent, wasn't it? I hope nobody found it offensive. Yes, a proper job on somebody else's car. I am today going to fix a front window regulator on a MG ZT, which is a bit like a Rover 75. Not that dissimilar to Jeff here. But of course, this one hasn't got any doors. So there's no point in even thinking about fitting a new window regulator to a car that hasn't got any doors. That's a top tip for you. It's more important that you're just here and just, you know, watching an expert at work, you know, even if I'm not an expert. I forgot there was another couple more bolts just down there holding the bottom of the regulator in place. So now I've got to try and lower this glass down a bit. I can access there's one 10mm bolt in there holding one part of the glass on, and then there'll be another one just over here. So I've got to try and somehow pull it down and unplug the switch there. And these things, by the way, they're the tricky parts. These duct faces there that hold on the door card. Because as you're pulling the door card, it feels like it's just going to be ripping off. But of course, that time it didn't, did it? Progress. What do you reckon? This is going to come out now because I've managed to undo the other bolts, attaching it to the glass there. So this should just slip out like that there. And that side, and turn it around. You can see where the cable's broken, and that's why the window's no longer going up and down. And then I've just got to get this bit over here and try and pull it through. And something's sticking again. What could that be? They're just not really made to be coming in and out very easily, that's the point. There we go. It's like giving birth. Okay, that'll do. That's one broken window regulator. Bonus. Now, all we got to do is bung in the new one, which is, let's hope it's the same one. I haven't picked up the wrong one. Oh, look at that, a big bag full of spares there. And it's just by doing this to get it halfway, it's just absolutely, you know, double check that the thing is working anyway, because I wouldn't want to stick it in and then find it doesn't even work. Now lower the regulator down so you can get access to the bolts in the window, which does make that quite a bit tricky. So just watch this. By placing that up against the door like that, you can see how it's actually going to fit inside the door itself, and you can see where the runners actually are currently, which is there and there, which is actually at the bottom. But it doesn't matter, because once you plug it in, you can actually put the runner where you want it to be rather than where it currently is. So there we go. I actually made it look simple there, didn't I? And this is where I'm going to make it look really awkward, because we need the glass up here and out of the way, really, ideally. Just a quick nip on that, and that is in. We'll test all the way up and down with this. Make sure it actually lines up properly. Perfect. Okay, here's the bit I'm not really looking forward to, which is sticking the door card back on the door. one of the bigger issues you have with the 75s and ZTs is these door cards are flapping about everywhere. So obviously I want to try and get it on so it works. And these two and then you've actually got to line these up against the holes. You just gently push it in, and the tricky part is if you get any of them that aren't quite lined up, they just break instead, which is rather inconvenient. It's on, but for the moment these plastic clips are breaking because of the cold. You get to this kind of temperature, about 2 or minus, but actually everywhere's frozen, so it's got to be kind of minus. The plastic goes brittle and it won't really work too well. So I've got to do essentially half the job. Well, maybe 80% of the job. 84%. You decide. Might add that I didn't film this. My friend Jonathan, who owns the car, filmed everything. So I apologise if the filming's not very good. So the obvious conclusion there is that the window regulator job is actually very easy. It's easy to take the door card off, it's easy to take the window regulator out, and it's easy to fit a new window regulator and get the glass in and everything else like that. It's just putting the card back on, especially at about -1, is actually quite awkward. There we go. Yes, a proper instructional video from Project Nigel. I mean, not absolutely proper because I didn't really show exactly how I did it, and also I didn't really finish the job because I couldn't, but it wasn't my fault, it's too cold. These plastic clips don't work when they're cold. Plastic clips break when they're cold. Not my fault. That is the fault of physics. Not physics, chemistry. Chemistry's fault. My fault for actually getting that wrong.